Hello, I'm Schuyler Grant. I'm interviewing for this position with Per Sports Outlook. First question is, how would you describe yourself as a person and what are some moments in your life that helped shape you? I would describe myself as a person that has a zest for life and sharing good experiences with like my friends and family. I enjoy being around people a lot. I mean, I'm a man of people. Some moments in my life that helped shape me was just growing up with three older siblings. So they kind of showed me the ropes of a lot of things in life. What qualities do you feel a successful manager should have? I believe that a successful manager should be experienced, they should be confident, and they should also be realistic. Because they're the ones that kind of keep everything in check. So they should be realistic in decisions they make, but also confident in them as well. What is a weakness of yours, and what are you doing to overcome it? One weakness of mine is that I tend to overthink a lot of decisions, which can make me indecisive at times. Because I get too worried about like the possible risks of a decision that falls on me, and I'm afraid that it might fail. So sometimes I'm afraid to make decisions, but I gotta overcome that. I'm working to overcome it by just being more bold in everyday choices, just slowly working my way up, learning to say yes more. If I were walking away and I told you that you did not get the job, what would be your last push to convince me that you deserve it? Well, I would ask you what I need to do differently in order to get the job, and I'd just like actions speak louder than words, and I would do actions towards that change. If you were asked to do something illegal or something against your moral code, what would you do and how would you handle it? Someone if you asked me to do something illegal, I mean, I would respectfully decline it, and I'd explain that it's illegal, so that's why I wouldn't do it. How would your friends and family describe you, or how would your enemy describe you? I'd say my friends and family describe me as a person with a good sense of humor. I'm always like trying to make people laugh. My enemy would probably describe me as a fool though, because I like to joke around a lot, but I know how to be serious when I want to be. They might mistake my sense of humor as just being a fool or immature. What about our organization's values and mission attracted you to apply for this position? Well, I was very attracted to the position when I read that you guys strive for like the sports facts, not the drama, just the statistics. And I can really coincide with that because I think the drama of sports can really drive people away from it and kind of poison the games we love. Tell me about your previous experiences and current knowledge of the social media and sports marketing industry. Well, I take a sports and recreation management class right now in school, and in that class, I was a part of a case study for my group. And for my group in particular, I was a social media analyst. So we were with the Cobra State Cobras of the BAL, the Basketball African League. And I've been analyzing their social media and trying to create like theoretical changes for it to be more successful. So that's what I know about social media. What do you know about this position? I know it's a bit of a creative position, as I would help manage the aesthetic and info on the social media pages for Pro Sports Outlook. I know it requires some experience in social media, which I have, and I'm working on more with like my current project. And I have to have a good eye for social media as well. Describe a situation in which you had trouble completing a task, and how are you able to complete it successfully? Over winter break, I was raking leaves for my neighborhood, and one day my neighbor asked me to rake their yard. And the yard ended up being a lot harder than expected. It's just gonna end up taking days, but I made the change by changed the way I raked them. I blew all the leaves into like the street, and I raked from there, and it made it way quicker. And I was able to make that change on the go and make my life more effective, more easy. We have a diverse workplace, clientele, and workforce. Please describe how you relate with diverse populations. I relate very well with diverse populations because I grew up in Hampton, Virginia, which is a very diverse area. There's people of all races and ages there. And I went to public school there, so I got involved with everybody. Describe your biggest work failure. How did you handle it? One time I was double shifted at two different jobs, and I couldn't get out of either of them. So I was talking to my managers, but I eventually was able to create a situation where I worked both jobs half and half. They agreed to it. If you can live in any time area except the one you're currently living in, which area would you live in and why? I'd say the 1970s because I'm a big fan of the music of this time period, which sounds dumb, but I think music's very good for you. It can calm and heal the soul. Um, I have a question for you guys. My question would be, what what could I possibly gain from this position for like not just like work experience wise, but just for my mental health in the future? Thank you.